What's up, Internet? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the 734 from WCCO. Great to have you hanging out with us today. My son asked me yesterday, when's it going to be warm? When am I going to be able to go ride my skateboard? Got a skateboard. That's kind of his little stress relief during the stay-at-home distance learning. And I said, son, don't worry. I'm sure Riley will come through with you. Look at the 7:30 forecast. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Saturday. What a garbage week, huh? I mean, at least we have nowhere to go. We got that going for us. 43. A bit warmer. Yep, we're warming up, but when you started at 32, that's going to happen. Weekend looks good, so we have something to look forward to there. Let's talk about this. Today is National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day, or as we now call it, it's Thursday. Every day. Are you people wearing your pajamas at home? This is what I want to know about today. Stuck at home, working at home, are you getting dressed to work, or are you wearing pajamas at home? Or some form, whatever you do with pajamas. I don't know if people are wearing footy pajamas to sleep. With this weather, maybe you are. But let us know. You can post a picture if you choose, or leave a comment on the WCCO Facebook page. We just want to know, how we all getting through this, how we doing it together, and we'll share some stuff coming up. This morning, we did learn that more than 5 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. So the total over the past month is about 22 million Americans. Economists do believe the number of claims will begin to tail off during this month, as the people who are laid off will be pretty much the extent of it. Minnesota Department of Health tells us 8 more people have died from the virus. All of them lived in long-term care facilities. The state says 108 of Minnesota's senior facilities have at least one positive case of COVID-19. Latest deaths bring the state total to 87. There are about 1,800 known cases in Minnesota, more than half already recovered. Wisconsin now reporting more than 3,700 known cases and 182 deaths. In South Dakota, more than 1,100 people are sick, and more than half are related to a Smithfield Foods plant infection in Sioux Falls. First worker from that plant died yesterday. Smithfield Foods is shut down indefinitely. CDC today is going to try to figure out what needs to be done before that factory reopens. Best Buy announced yesterday it is furloughing more than 50,000 workers, the hourly workers all over the country, because of financial losses brought on by COVID-19. This is no surprise, right? The stores are closed. They're not going to keep all these part-time employees still working. Furloughed employees will keep their health benefits, though, for the next 3 months, and they'll be able to apply for unemployment, because when workers are furloughed, some of you wonder, what's the difference between a furlough and a layoff? Technically, not much. Either way, you're out of a gig. But a furlough means your job will be there when the business reopens. The bad thing is you don't get severance, although a lot of people laid off don't get severance either. So here's what Minnesota's Department of Employment and Economic Development says is available. If you're furloughed indefinitely, or if you're furloughed for like a couple of months, you can apply for unemployment insurance, just as those who are temporarily laid off. Deed says typically it pays about 50% of a person's wage, and if you're eligible for unemployment, you also get the extra $600 a week that the feds have kicked in. It sort of worked out for furloughed worker Scott Asplund.
I have my employee benefits for health, dental, those types of things, just not working and not getting a paycheck anymore. So therefore, had to file with unemployment using, they have a COVID-19 status to apply under.
Deed tells us healthcare coverage during the furlough is something you definitely want to talk about with your employer. Shelves in grocery stores appear to be better stocked than last month, but the price tag is what some shoppers are keeping a close eye on now. These are new numbers from the USDA, but they lag quite a bit behind reality. So let me tell you what the numbers are. This is from February to March. Ham had the biggest price increase, up 24 cents per pound. Part of that is Easter, demand during Easter. A dozen eggs went up 8 cents, but we know the reality is that egg prices have tripled, right? A dozen eggs is more like $3 now. Uncooked ground beef also increased 7 cents per pound. Some shoppers say they have bigger concerns when it comes to the grocery store besides the prices.
I think seeing the stock low, the visual impact of seeing an empty shelf hits a lot harder. Prices you kind of get used to seeing fluctuate a lot.
So lots of different factors going on here. Obviously, the coronavirus impacting demand like crazy at grocery stores. As Americans keep a close eye on their finances, retail sales are plummeting around the country. U.S. Commerce Department says they fell a record 8.7% in March. Revenue at restaurants and bars down more than 26%, and auto sales down more than 25%. This morning, we're highlighting another program proving we're all in the fight against COVID-19 together, Feeding the Front Line. It's a complimentary meal program that the St. Paul Hotel started nearly a month ago for first responders. It was so popular, Morrissey and the family operation running this whole thing moved it to the St. Paul River Center and expanded it to also feed healthcare workers.
Just we can't thank them enough for all they're doing for us. This is our way of saying thank you.
It's a great way to say thank you. Meals available every day, 7 days a week through May 4th. Pickup is from 10 in the morning till 7 p.m. You do need to place an order each day. You can text the number on your screen, 612-900-5145, with your name, your employer, and the number of meals. All around the community, people stepping up to connect with others in isolation. Sometimes all it takes is a small gesture to make somebody's day. Minnesota Wild employees were set to volunteer at the Lingblomston Senior Housing Center in St. Paul, but, no visitors allowed now. So instead, some Wild employees decided to write letters to all of the residents. One was Pat Anderson.
It was cool today to get this card. That really helps. That helped make my day, so it's little things like this that you might not think are such a big deal, but really are a big deal for me, and I know for a lot of the other residents.
Yeah, no doubt. We're told there were enough cards. Each resident got their own card. Very good. All right, love this video. You gotta love it. Remember Pizza Rat? Yep, the pizza being shuffled down the stairs by the rat in New York. Philly says, take your Pizza Rat. And I introduce you the pizza groundhog. Now this groundhog, I don't know why this is so amusing to me, but it is. There's a groundhog just sitting at, it's like sitting at a glass door, it looks like, or a window. And just chowing down. A couple dogs on the other side are like, what in the heck? Dogs are thinking like, hey, I didn't know this was an option. Like I can just grab a slice and just chow down. Apparently the woman who took this video says the groundhog has been in their neighborhood quite a bit, so come on, how do you not love that? Very good. All right, groundhog video. Let's go back to today's talker. What are you wearing? Are you wearing your groundhog themed pajamas? Is it weird that your friendly news guy is looking at the camera and saying, what are you wearing? Eric's here with some of the answers. What are people wearing, Eric?
Well, Liz says clothes. Most days I'm getting dressed. Most days.
Most days. Yeah.
Janessa says garbage week, which is that like a homecoming theme thing?
Oh,
Where, like,
yeah.
This week she's wearing garbage.
Those school spirit weeks.
I get it.
Sure.
One of those weeks.
Yeah.
Jessica says she gets dressed for most of her Zoom calls. Yeah, a lot of us still have to get dressed for those.
Right.
For the most part.
I was on a Zoom call last night and I was wearing my pajamas.
Right. And then Nancy says leggings and a hoodie.
There you go. I don't know. Here's the thing. I can barely tell the difference between what people's pajamas are and what people actually wear into the world now. It's
Why
all
are you
like
looking
the
at me?
athleisure. You look very nicely put together. Eric's got jeans on.
It's coordinated.
Yeah, you look good. All right, I have to wear this every day, so what are you going to do?
Okay, I can't compare.
No, I know. I do what the boss makes me do. That's it. 7:34. See you tomorrow.